This video is sponsored by RKTF University, Radisson Blue.
Good morning, I'm Tushya Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 18th of July and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. Russia and Ukraine have released 190 captured soldiers in the latest prisoner exchange, officials from both sides announced on Wednesday. This marks another instance of rare cooperation between the two nations, which have conducted over 50 prisoner exchanges since the war began in February 2022, freeing thousands of POWs. At the Republican National Convention this week, where Donald Trump is being officially declared the party's nominee for the upcoming November election, climate change is largely overlooked. Jack Prendergast, a delegate from New York, expressed skepticism about the issue, stating, "I don't believe all that," and comparing human activities' impact on the planet and to that of volcanic eruptions. On Wednesday, Britain's King Charles presented Prime Minister Keir Starmer's legislative agenda, highlighting a government committed to reviving the economy and addressing pressing issues such as the acute housing shortage and the cost of living crisis. Interpol announced on Tuesday that a global operation targeting West African organized crime groups led to the arrest of 300 individuals, the seizure of $3 million, and the blocking of 720 bank accounts. Operation Jackal 3, conducted from April 10 to July 3 across 21 countries, aims to combat online financial fraud and the syndicates behind it. Germany plans to halve its military aid for Ukraine next year, reducing the amount to 4 billion euros, also $4.35 billion in 2025 from around 8 billion euros in 2024, according to a draft of the 2025 budget. This decision comes despite the potential return of Republican candidate Donald Trump to the White House, which could impact US support for Kyiv. 6 people found dead at the Grand Hyatt Erawan Hotel in Bangkok on Tuesday were poisoned by cyanide-laced drinks, according to a police investigation. Now, the authorities suspect that one of the deceased, driven by crushing debt, was responsible for the poisoning. Priti Patel, the former UK Home Secretary, has decided to enter the Conservative Party leadership race after being urged to run by fellow MPs, according to various UK media reports. Patel, who has served as the MP for Witham in Essex since 2010, retained her seat in the recent general election with a reduced majority of 5,145. The Philippines and China have agreed to establish new lines of communication to better manage their maritime disputes, according to a document and a Philippine diplomatic source. This move comes amid escalating tensions over territorial clashes in the South China Sea. The terrorist group Islamic State claimed responsibility for Tuesday's attack on a Shiite mosque in Oman, which killed at least 9 people, including 1 Indian national and 4 Pakistani nationals. The attack, which marked a rare breach of peace in the affluent oil-producing Sultanate, highlights the group's ongoing threat in the region. The US Central Command said on Wednesday that the Islamic State group is trying to reconstitute, as the number of attacks in Syria and Iraq is on track to double those of the previous year. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
इस तरह आरकेटीएफ विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है। RKDF University, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
China and Russia have started live fire maritime exercises in South China Sea, further aligning their military and economic strategies in response to US sanctions. The Haval naval exercises named Maritime Cooperation 2024 commenced with an opening ceremony in the Chinese port of Zhanjiang. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar met with top political leaders in Mauritius, including opposition leader Arvind Gulel, to discuss deepening India-Mauritius partnership. Now, Jaishankar highlighted the strength of bilateral ties and India's commitment to its enduring partnership with Mauritius during his two-day visit to the island nation. The National Association of Software and Service Companies, also called NASSCOM, an Indian industry body, has urged the Congress-led Karnataka government to revoke the bill that mandates 50% of management jobs and 75% of non-management jobs in private companies be reserved for locals. The Delhi High Court has reserved its decision on Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's plea challenging his arrest by the Central Bureau of Investigation, the CBI, in the excise policy case. The court also postponed the decision on interim bail for the Delhi Chief Minister, setting July 29 for the regular bail plea hearing. Pooja Khetkar's Pandora box of lies continues to unravel the many controversies surrounding the trainee IAS officer. A day after the Maharashtra government put her probation on hold, another shocking detail emerged that says that Khetkar used a fake address and ration card proof to obtain her disability certificate. Bangladeshi Prime Minister vowed on Wednesday to punish those responsible for the deaths of 6 people during ongoing student protests over civil service hiring rules. The clashes on Tuesday saw rival student groups attacking each other with bricks and bamboo rods, and police using tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse the rallies. Self-styled godman Bhole Baba expressed his disturbance over the Hathras stampede, but stated that destiny is unavoidable and everyone has to die one day. Nobody can avoid what has to happen, he told PTI videos 2 weeks after 121 people died in a stampede at a satsang he held. The Indian Navy on Wednesday successfully rescued 9 crew members, including 8 Indians and 1 Sri Lankan, during a search and rescue operation after a Comorian flat oil tanker Prestige Falcon capsized off the Oman coast. The warship INS Teg was deployed for the mission. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma claimed Wednesday that the Muslim population in Assam has now risen to 40%, asserting that demographic change is a big issue in the northeastern state. Sarma, who is also the BJP's Jharkhand election co-in-charge, made these comments on the sidelines of a party meeting. US President Joe Biden tested positive for COVID-19 while traveling in Las Vegas on Wednesday and is experiencing mild symptoms, the White House said. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre stated that Biden will fly to his home in Delaware, where he will self-isolate and continue to fully carry out his duties. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.